Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask that you please rise, remove your hats or helmets for the singing of Belgium's national anthem. Please remain standing for the singing of Sweden's national anthem.
Welcome back here to track 2. This is the SISU track on the final day of the Men's Roller Derby World Cup.
Next game, Belgium versus Sweden. Belgium playing in black, Sweden in yellow. Is everybody here excited to see a little bit of derby? I thought so.
Okay, we should try that once more. Welcome back to SISU track 2.
Little technical difficulty.
Yeah, on the what's roller derby without a little technical difficulty and delays? Slightly late start in this game. We have Sweden versus Belgium. I am King Crazy alongside the very glamorous
Go-Go Boots.
So we'll run through some rosters for you in a moment. But first up, we do have number 9. That is No Modesty Blades for Sweden in the yellow, up against number 88, Trickle Threat.
And Trickle Threat facing a very, very tough wall of Sweden's blockers right now.
But we have our first lead jammer. That has gone to Trickle Threat. So No Modesty Blaze trying to find a way around the outside. Just gets past Highway. Completes his initial pass. Here we go. Oh, spin for Trickle Threat. Taken out and calls off the jam. Go, do you want to run through Belgium's roster very quickly?
Yes, of course. We have number 1, Flash Bandicoot. We have 1030, Track Vader. 17 is Silver Lion. 2 is Iway. 221 is Idrina Skyroller. 62 is Murdoch. 666, Trackner Lodbrock. 667 is Glaciator. 82, Boo. 88, Trick or Threat. And 99 is Soffet.
And jamming right now for Belgium is number 17. That is Silver Lion. Up against number 4 for Sweden, Yada Yada. Bit of a slow start. Both teams still in the feeling out process of this game. This game, they are playing for 11th and 12th place.
And Silver Lion having a little bit of trouble there at the front through Sweden's wall. but Yada Yada also having a little bit of trouble getting through. I think Silver Line has now picked up a cut penalty, so this will be a roller derby athletics power jam in favor of Sweden.
So let's see what number 4 Yada Yada can do about it. He's trying to find his way through. 666 Trankner Lobbrock doing a great job at the front. But Yada Yada didn't realise, I think, that it was a power jam. Thought that maybe there was a no pass, no penalty. Calls off the jam. What that does mean is that we will have a roller derby athletics power start for Sweden. Their roster: 0-1-1 Peking Punisher, 1 Rajuet, 10 Darlene, 11 Nilf, 13 is Mickey Yeager, 1337 Grand Marshal, 221 Blocked Watson, 4 Yada Yada, 42 the captain Papa, 563 Sjoberg Olsen, 61 Crutzen, 7 jamming right now will be Friedsen, 8 Nielsen, and 9 No Modesty Blaze.
And Friedsen is up on his roller derby athletics power start. And he sneaked through on the inside there. We have lead jammer for Sweden.
So currently Sweden a couple of points behind as Papa goes to the penalty box. I think he's the first blocker to set the penalty box. Obviously Silver Line is currently stood, about to be released at any moment. That's the end of the roller derby athletics power jam. Some great work from the Belgian wall, that black wall led by Track Vader, doing a great job with the recycle. Silver Line, superb footwork round the outside, completes his initial pass.
And also some fabulous footwork from Sweden's jammer Friedsen there.
And he calls off the jam, having picked up the full 5 points.
So scores with just over 27 minutes to go. We have Belgium with 2 and Sweden with 5.
So both of these teams, this is their second World Cup. They were competing 2 years ago in Birmingham. There are some names that were there 2 years ago. There are some new names, including Sjoberg Olsen, who's jamming right now for Sweden. And I don't believe Safay played 2 years ago for Belgium. So I think
Safay has been playing some really good jams this past weekend.
Oh, both jammers have been very effective. And Track Vader, really good little cannonball move there. Pushed Boo, which forced Sjoberg Olsen out. Dropped back and recycled. Papa comes out as captain, trying to help his jammer through.
We have Safay still stuck behind that Swedish wall of yellow.
This is 2 tight walls, front and back. We've got an elbows penalty signalled on somebody.
These blockers are not letting anyone through at the moment.
So I believe that's boo. The referee said boo when he blew the whistle. And we have lead jammer. That's gone to Sjoberg Olsen. Track Vader's also going to the penalty box. So that leaves Belgium with just 2 blockers on track. Safay still up against that 4-strong Swedish wall.
That Swedish wall has him locked down at present.
Absolutely, yeah, he's still on his initial pass. Digging in deep, trying to push his way through, as is Sjoberg Olsen. At the back of the pack. Both jammers are tired. Bearing in mind, each team have played 4 half-an-hour games and an hour-long game already this weekend. And it is, for those of you that aren't here, yes, we are in Canada, but it is a tad on the warm side. So there's going to be
I thought it was going to be snow in Canada. That's the whole reason I came here.
So you can make snow angels.
Exactly.
So finally, Safay with a nice little hop, skip, and a jump around the outside does complete his initial pass. Big hit from Nielsen. But there's the nice touch. That's what you see quite often in roller derby. Nielsen has just dropped Murdoch, who was a little slow getting up. As soon as they did, high five.
And we're going to give a shout out to Brown Paper Tickets. Brown Paper Tickets has been supporting roller derby for over a decade. We love this sport and are working to help gear up a women's league in Lebanon. You can make a difference for roller derby Beirut by visiting our donation page at Got Game Need Gear at brownpapertickets.com.
And we have number 88, Trickle Threat for Belgium. I can't see the number due to the ponytail, which means it must be No Modesty Blaze. Yep. Only one person it can be. Sjoberg Olsen has the long hair as well, but they're dreaded and they get out of the way of the number. You can see him. Plus, he's got a bigger number. So both jammers, real strong, tough fight, but No Modesty Blaze, just as I say that. Picks up lead jammer once more for Sweden in the yellow.
And you see his hair flowing in the breeze behind him as he speeds round.
He's also got those lovely, beautiful pink skates. Calls the jam off. Did he get any points? Another couple. So with just under 24 minutes to go, scores currently Belgium 2, Sweden on 16. I want to give a quick shout out to Tequila, who's on Go to Belgium.
And we've got number 17 out, that is Silver Lion. And he is up against number 4, Yada Yada.
Yada Yada, he's the Jammer Jammer.
How did I know you were going to say that?
Because it's not the first time I've said that this weekend. Yeah, I like recycling good material.
It's a pleasing sound, Yada Yada Jammer Jammer.
Track Vader tried to draw the cut track on Yada Yada, but Yada Yada just got his hips back on in time. And as we all know, thanks to Shakira, hips don't lie.
But Yada Yada is out, and he is lead jammer, but racing up behind him, we have number 17, Silver Lion.
I'm going to say he's got company with fast back. Yada Yada decides to call it off. Quick high five between the two jammers. Quad Skate Shop, because we love this game. Quad is Europe's original brick and mortar roller derby skate shop with the best selection and most stock on the continent. We know skates, so you don't have to. Our customer service is the best on a level that only fellow skaters can provide. Come and see us online or in store for all your derby needs. Go, who have we got jamming this time?
We have number 99, Sophie, and number 7, Friedson, up to jam. Gesundheit.
Yeah, sorry if you caught that sneeze on the feed there.
And Sophie facing off and delivering a little bit of a hit there, but we have number 7, Friedson, is lead.
So we do just have a little brief stoppage for injury. Just gives me a chance just to thank the medics that we do have here this weekend, doing a sort of stellar job for us. I also want to thank the Men's Roller Derby Association, and they are excited to announce that the 2016 championships will be held in Texas. The Lone Star Showdown will be held at the NITEC Sports Center in beautiful North Richland Hills, Texas, on October 15th and 16th, and will be hosted by the Texas Men's Roller Derby. 2-day single track event will feature the top 10 ranked MRDA teams as determined by the MRDA, and visit champs.mrda.org for more information.
We also want to give a shout out from Cherry Fury to Mother of Pearl.
So far at the minute is a 60-40% lead jammer in favour of Team Sweden. Thank you to our very glamorous producer, Holly, for that information.
You've got all of the glamorous ladies lined up right now.
Yeah, anyone would think I picked the schedule. So, which is obviously still out on the track. We do hope, I think it's Safay that's down. So we do hope that he will be back up as soon as possible. We
are currently on SISU Track 2. SISU mouthguards. If you've not yet discovered the awesomeness that is SISU, you must invest in one. These ultra-thin, super strong mouthguards allow you to talk, breathe, and drink. And they look great in photos. Get yours at Nerd Roller Skates booth, or I think there's plenty of shops.
Most roller derby stockists now do stock the fantastic SISU mouthguards. So, as I said earlier, these teams are playing off for 11th and 12th. On the other track right now is Scotland, Mexico, who are playing off for 9th and 10th. Next up on this track will be Finland versus Wales. That's the battle for 7th and 8th. While the 5th and 6th place battle between Argentina and France will be next door at 3 o'clock local time on the Nerd Skate Shop track. Safay is up, a little gingerly, but he is walking under his own power, which is very, very good to see. So don't forget, we have the third place game, which will be at 7 o'clock Canadian local time, which will see Australia play the host Canada, and the final, sorry, that will be at 5 o'clock, my apologies. At 7 o'clock, we'll see the final repeat of 2 years ago between England and USA.
And we currently have Trick or Threat up to jam for Belgium.
And he's up against Sjoberg Olsen. 22 minutes to go, 16 place 2 in favour of Sweden, who are in the yellow if you're just joining us, Belgium in the black. Safay hopefully will be able to return at some point, but he will have to sit out the next 3 jams.
We have our lovely medic staff taking a look for him and making sure that he's going to be okay.
Absolutely. Just while we are on the official timeout, I want to shout Gothenburg Roller Derby have tweeted in saying go Sweden, just keeping it nice and even there. So we've had a shout out from Tequila for Belgium and a shout out from Gothenburg Roller Derby for Sweden. Any more for any more? Hashtag MRDWC.
And Trick or Threat is at the back of the pack, facing off a wall of the brilliant yellow.
Sjoberg Olsen stops for a second, looks at his feet. Yeah. Oh, did it go out? Okay, let's carry on.
And Trick or Threat has now got lead jammer for Belgium.
It says Nilsson and Peking Punisher head to the box for Sweden. Sjoberg Olsen is out on his initial pass. Trick or Threat, superb little pivot. 4 points, hit it and quit it. Just want to give you, actually, Peking Punisher, the 0-1-1, who's currently sat in the box. When you get the chance, if you see him skating, just look at his socks. I'm not going to say anything else, so you can do the rest of the work yourself, but look at his socks,
okay,
and you'll see what I mean.
We have number 17, Silver Line, up to jam for Belgium.
Up against number 9, that is No Modesty Blaze. So 3-on-2 on the pack advantage for Belgium, as they're lining up close to the Nerdskates pivot line.
And a duck around the outside there for Belgium, but Sweden's No Modesty Blaze has been called as lead.
Yeah, it was a no pass, no penalty there on Silver Lion.
And him signaling to his teammates there to speed up the pack.
Trying to pick off the low-hanging fruits. Silver Lion, he's trying, no, didn't quite get hips in front of hips of Papa. 4 points to Sweden, 2 to Belgium on that last jam. So Sweden do still have 2 in the box. That was a very quick jam. So again, we'll start with a 3-on-2 pack advantage. We have Trick or Threat and Yada Yada. Here we go.
And Trick or Threat making light work of that pack and getting called as lead jammer.
That's a Yada Yada. Oh, lovely little stop and turn, but that was matched by number 82. That is Boo, but eventually Yada Yada does get himself through. Still 4 points picked up by Trick or Threat.
I think Trick or Threat grabbing onto his own player there to yank himself through the pack.
So just in case you can't see them, I will tell you exactly what this on the Superman socks of Peking Punisher with the capes as well. I just want to give a shout out to the RSC, because the 2016 Men's Roller Derby World Cup is sanctioned and insured by Roller Skates Canada, providing insurance and support for all Canadian roller sports. Visit us at www.rollersports.ca or on Facebook at RSC Roller Derby.
And we've got Silver Line up to jam for Belgium, and here's up against Friedson, number 7 for Sweden.
So we've got bodies going here, there, and everywhere at the minute. Whistle's gone for a high block, but a Whistle's also gone for Silver Line. He has lead jammer status. Belgium currently 10 points behind. Let's see what Silver Line, he's been one of their go-to jammers this weekend, or this week, I should say. What can he do? McYager waiting for him, Papa waiting for him. Got back on just in time. 3 points, 2 points, 3 points, 3 points.
And Friedson picking up 0 points there. Wasn't quite at the back of the pack to get a point. Oh, we have got 7 points currently between these two teams. Belgium on 13 and Sweden on 20.
Yeah, 18.5 minutes to go. That's what we're seeing a lot these days. In the first 2 or 3 days, we have seen some quite wide score margins. But as you're now playing for basic places for your final ranking, we have seen today some epically close roller derby games.
That's what we like to see.
So starting off on the Nerd Skate Shop jammer line, that is number 563, Sjoberg Olsen in the yellow for Sweden.
And he is up against Trick or Threat, number 88 for Belgium.
Trick or Threat, he's bouncing inside to outside. Every time he thinks he's through, there's somebody else waiting for him.
That's a testament to those Swedish blockers, that's for sure.
Boo's been taken off for a forearms penalty as Trick or Threat has lead jammer. Got about the length of the straightaway lead until Sjoberg Olsen's there. Sweden decided to wall up at the back. They do have all 4 blockers.
And looking at the stats, we have a 60-40 lead in favour of Belgium at present.
In terms of the lead jammers, yeah, but still Sweden have that 5-point lead.
But you and I both know 5 points is 1 lap around the track these days.
It is indeed. That's I think it's been that way for a while. I know we do have a lot of rule changes in roller derby, but I don't think that one has. We have Silver Lion, number 17, up against number 9, No Modesty Blaze. This time, No Modesty Blaze finds a gap on the inside, trying to redress that lead, jammer balance.
And 17 is still in the pack, and he is swooping from side to side to try and get around those strong Swedish blockers.
Swooping was a superb description there. No Modesty Blaze, knee just touched on the infield, so he does have to get up and recycle all the way back, which he does safely. Silver Lion tried the side surf around the outside, couldn't make his way through.
And he is being recycled to the back of the pack.
So we're seeing a quite unhappy Glaciator there. Called with a penalty, doesn't agree with it, but all he was doing was shaking his head as he went to the box. You're all right doing that. Not that No Modesty Blaze is bothered, he's just put up 5 more points.
And he is happy to eke out that lead for Sweden at present.
So Silver Lion has taken off the star. It's still stashed in his hand.
2-2-1 block to Watson. Trying to do a nice hit there.
So 10 points and counting on this jam so far for No Modesty Blaze.
So that was 2-2-1 Indriana Sky Roller for Belgium.
You're going to have fun with that name all day, aren't you?
Yes.
Boo, in the meantime, did go to the box for a cut track penalty. No Modesty Blaze so far, 20 points and counting. Silver Lion still stuck on his initial pass. Mick Yeager blocked to Watson, and Rajuret doing a superb job. Well, it might get a bit easy now as Mick Yeager goes to the box.
And Silver Lion having the star in his hand at present.
And you could just see almost as he just put his head down, he's like, oh, he didn't go out, I've got to go all the way back. That time it was blocked to Watson with the Soul Crush.
That can be incredibly soul-crushing for a jammer, thinking they're just out the front and then getting delivered a very heavy hit.
Silver Lion certainly looking like he's taken the worst for it that time. Gets a hug from Triple Threat as he goes to the bench side. 25 points, more than doubling Sweden's score on that last jam from No Modesty Blaze.
And Belgium are currently still on 15 points, so we have 30 points between these two teams.
So we have, what have we got here? I believe it's just a team timeout. Yep, we have a quad skate shop team timeout for Belgium.
And we're going to give a shout out to Power of Grayskull. Power of Grayskull, bespoke handmade sportswear, proud sponsors of Team Wales Roller Derby. Every item is designed and made in our studio in the UK. Want pets on your legs? We can totally do that.
Welcome back here to the SISU track at the 2016 Men's Roller Derby World Cup, here in what has been a rather lovely, beautiful Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And like I said earlier, no snow, glorious sunshine. We had, for those of you that were watching a couple of days ago, we did have a brief storm that ended up pitching us into darkness on both tracks for a few minutes. But other than that, the weather has been absolutely glorious. People who've been to Canada before and told me what the weather was like, you lied to me. It's been beautiful. Anyway, when we get back to business, it'll be 88 Triple Threat.
And he is up against number 4, Yada Yada.
And it's a 3-on-2 pack advantage for Sweden. Yada Yada just drops the shoulder and trying to drive straight through. That's Boo there trying to return the favour. So Boo and Track Vader have impressed me throughout the weekend. But we have a forearms penalty on Yada Yada. He will go to the box. This will be a Roller Derby Athletics Power Jam for Belgium, more specifically Triple Threat.
Triple Threat still stuck behind a very, very strong defensive wall of Swedish blockers.
So it'll get a little bit easier now as number 61, that is Knudsen, picked up a forearms penalty.
Being knocked to the outside of the track there, number 88 being recycled to the back.
Yeah, sorry, that's Nielsen, my apologies, who has the pivot stripe on at the moment. He'll go to the box as well, but Mick Yeager and Peking Pusher made life difficult. Triple Threat does complete his initial pass, But that was a great penalty kill by Sweden.
Certainly some impressive work by those blockers. And trickle threat back up.
Oh,
and a
that's
little
lovely.
scooch around.
You just wonder why they don't. Why jammers, when they can show skills like that, why don't they do it every time? Says the man who doesn't skate.
I was going to say, don't go saying that to any jammers.
Yeah.
And 88 skipping through on the inside line there, picking up another 4 points for his troubles.
He was almost going at 88 miles per hour. Sorry, couldn't resist. It's not sorry at all. But some good footwork and some good flexibility shown by Yada Yada to complete his initial pass. Trickle threat decides to call it off. He was the lead jammer. Picked up, I believe, 13 points on that jam.
We are currently on the SISU track, so we're going to give a shout out to SISU mouth guards. If you've not yet discovered the awesomeness that is SISU, you must invest in one. These ultra thin, super strong mouth guards allow you to talk, breathe and drink, and they look great in photos. Get yours at Nerd Roller Skates booth or at your local skate shop providing.
So here we go again. We have number 7 Friedson and number 17 Silver Lining. So Silver Lining has been a workhorse for his team this weekend.
Absolutely.
This week, I should say. And there he is, once again delivering the goods.
Picking up lead jammer there.
He's got to move fast though, as Friedson isn't far behind, about the length of the straight. Silver Lining now coming in. Oh, lovely little scooch around the outside. Is that 4? 4 point, hit it and quit it.
And he seems very happy with that, which he should be.
No reason not to be. So we have, by the time the next jam starts, about 11.5 minutes to go. Belgium in the black on 32, Sweden in the yellow on 45, here on SISU track 2. And
we've got trickle threat up to jam for Belgium. And he is up against Sjoberg Olsen.
Now, I was just trying to look to see who it was jamming, and I couldn't see, so thank you, Gogo. So currently, half-time from the other track. It's Scotland 65, Mexico 101. So that's at half-time. That's the battle for 9th and 10th. As I said earlier, this is the battle for 11th and 12th.
And a battle it certainly is. This score is very, very tight.
And of course, the important thing about these games is that your ranking at this World Cup will determine your seeding for the World Cup in 2 years' time.
And we have a lead jammer called for Belgium. That is number 88, Trick or Threat.
Murdoch with a takeout on the outside there of number 563, Sjoberg Olsen. As 1337, that is the Grand Marshal. Order is what was ordered to the penalty box. Number 11.
88 picking up 5 points there.
Despite the best efforts of number 11, Nelson. Sjoberg Olsen, nice footwork round the outside. But Boo just said, no, I'm shutting the door. So did Track Vader, but illegally. Direction of play. Trickle threat's not bothered. He's put up another 5.
I think there is 2 blockers, oh no, now 3 blockers on the track for Sweden, so we're not sure if he's going to have the same slicing through the pack that he has for the past 2 passes.
So Grand Marshal returns to the box, so all 4 blockers for Sweden, but say Belgium, they do still have Sjoberg Olsen tied pretty much up. Just as I say that, he gets through, but it's a minute and a half to complete the initial pass. It's now, can Trickle Threat pick up any more points? Can he free Track Vader from the box? Calls it off just in time. And he did free Track Vader as well.
Looked like he did a little star jump there at the end.
And it's paid off for him because we have, after 14 points, a lead change.
That is Belgium on 46 and Sweden on 45.
And Trickle Threat taking his time getting back to the bench after that jam, and I can't say I'm surprised.
And we've got Silver Lining up to jam for Belgium next.
And in those glamorous pink skates, it is No Modesty Blaze. I think our producer Holly's looking at those skates and thinking, yeah, I want them.
We'll get them for you later.
Yeah, it might be a little bit big for Holly.
Possibly.
So we've got a little bit of reverse derby here. Silver Lining just having a bit of fun with No Modesty Blaze. They're both playing with each other a little bit here. All of a sudden, we're back underway again. And they're at it again, these two. Can't leave each other alone. So tough walls. Belgium in black at the front, Sweden in yellow at the back. Do enough to help No Modesty Blaze. He picks up your lead jammer.
And 17 still being bounced around the track at present.
Tried to almost tiptoe and sneak his way through on the inside line there.
Sneaky jammers are sneaky.
Sneaky jammers are sneaky. There's a lovely little stop and pause from No Modesty Blaze as that 5 points helps Sweden retake the lead. Drop down big time. That was tracking out Lobrock. And tries to go on offense, trying to help Silver Lion come through just before No Modesty Blaze hits the pack again.
And No Modesty Blaze facing up against a nice 3 wall of Belgium's blockers.
So Black 666 picks up a penalty. It was a misconduct penalty. I'm not sure quite what it was he did specifically. But whatever it is, he's got 30 seconds to go and think about it.
30 seconds to think about what he's done.
Yes. Sent to the roller derby equivalent of the naughty step.
And number 9, No Modesty Blaze, is out and has picked up, I believe, is that 5 points?
So we do, it looks like we've had a star pass. That's number 1, Flash Bandicoot, who has the star now. Oh, he's just got to quickly repair his wrist guard. Jam comes to the end, 2 minutes. Just like to thank Nerd Roller Skates. They are your dedicated roller skate shop with everything you need for Derby, Rink or Park. Visit them online at nerdrollerskates.com, offering free shipping in Canada on orders over $150. Nerd Roller Skates for people who roll. Go, go, Boots. Who's got the stars?
We have got Trick or Threat up against Yada Yada.
Yada Yada.
We've seen some really good work from both of these players this whole weekend.
Yeah, Trick or Threat looked like he was quite fatigued after his last jam, but his last jam did give Belgium the lead. Sweden have since taken that back, so we'll be after that again. Back block penalty called on somebody.
And I believe is that a forearms penalty being issued to Yada Yada. So we have a roller derby athletics power jam in favour of Belgium.
So once again, it's a Trick or Threat, currently 13 points behind. Can he make hay while the sun shines on this power jam? It's roller derby athletics power jam. Just coming in now, it's only his first scoring pass. Burst of speed up the inside, saw the door, locked, shot very tight there by Nielsen. But there's the outside line gap. Oh, Crutchson with the takeout. Trick or Threat just managed to avoid the penalty. Forearms penalty on Track Vader. He's got to be a little careful. He's starting to rack up the penalties. He is one of the key blockers for Belgium. We believe that's 4 for Track Vader already.
And Yada Yada out of the box and sliced around on the outside there. Has completed his initial pass.
Trick or Threat does call off the jam. He had picked up 5 points though already, closing the gap to 59 to 51. 8-point lead in favour of Sweden. Sweden here on the SISU track, who are in yellow, and Belgium in the black.
And we're going to say a shout out to Roller Derby Elite, the brand that defines the sport.
And don't forget to tweet in hashtag MRDWC. So we've had a tweet in from Captain Malice. Most of the players on track met at Beardy 15 while playing for either the Gothenburg Salty Seaman or the Mannequin Beast. And Gothenburg won that one. So will that be the same this time, or will the Belgian boys take revenge?
And we have Freeton being led back to the Nerd Skate Shop Jammer line.
The lead jammer, Silver Lion, number 17. Again, Belgium, remember, 8 points behind as we talk at the moment. Huge takedown, as I was saying earlier about Track Vader being a key blocker. Thank you, sir. You've just made me look like I know what I'm talking about.
He's been doing some fantastic work this game and this weekend. Silver Lion through and having picked up 5 points.
Block to Watson, then stop it. Track Vader from going through. That allows Friedson to pick up clear his initial pass. So how many points can Silver Lion pick? Just called it.
And he has picked up 2 points.
1 point game now. Belgium in the black 58, Sweden on 59. Just give a shout out to Bruce Skate News. Oh, hold on 1 second. We have an official review for Sweden. So just before we go to that, Bruce Skate News, the original over-the-shoulder roller skate holder. You spend a lot of money on those skates. Don't shove them in a bag full of sweaty gear, because your skates hate that. Keep your skates aired out and show them off with the Bruce Skate News. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or online at brucedsn.com. This game has just carried on like every game we've seen, not just on this track, but on both tracks so far today. Been really, really tight.
I think they are brilliant for the audience here and at home to watch, but they are always quite stressful for the players. We like to see those lead changes and those tight games, but it's quite tiring for them, I think.
I can imagine so. Yeah, it would be very tiring. I mean, like I say, I'm a bench coach as well, and I've had some very close games. It's no good for the heart rate. Anyway, we're going to throw this down now, I think, to our head referee.
Get over.
You guys haven't done this before, have you? Sweden is contesting that the Belgian jammer swept with one leg out and should be penalized for a cutting penalty on their initial pass.
I do like head referees that give really good,
And now
clear
they're talking
explanations
about
like that. Back to that one. So I do like, as I was saying, referees that give nice, clear explanations. We've got a little bit of bleed over from our two fantastic house announcers, which are Noisy Legrand and Champagne Kind, who've done a stellar job all weekend. As has, of course, I think everybody here, the players, the officials, the staff, all the volunteers, and all the fans and
EMTs
everybody,
have been fantastic as well.
photographers. The announcing crew have been okay. Yeah, we've not done too badly.
We've done all right.
Good job you're not on camera now. Just a quick update, because we did start this game a little late with games. The previous game was running slightly long. Half time on this game will be 10 minutes. So if you are watching and you are planning, think, oh, I've got 15 minutes before I come back and enjoy what is bound to be a superb second half, you don't want to miss it. Don't come back 5 minutes late. Make sure you brew that coffee or tea or whatever other beverage you care to consume a little bit quicker.
And that whistle signifying that was the end of the review.
So the review has ended. We haven't been told what that was for. We will try and find out for you. So as we come back up to the Nerd Skate Scott Gemma line, we had number 88, Triple Threat, versus number 9. That is No Modesty Blaze.
And we see No Modesty Blaze sneaking through on the inside line to get through as lead jammer. And approaching the back of the pack with a little bit of speed.
And Triple Threat took a big blow. It's a massive collision. Bodies flying everywhere.
They look like they had a little bit of a dance there as No Modesty Blaze picking up 5 points.
Yeah, it went from drowning pools that the bodies hit the floor to a little tango.
Gotta love a little bit of tango on track.
Oh, it's got to be seen. Triple Threat does manage to fight his way through his initial pass. The guy does look like, bless him, he looks like he is running on fumes. So I just want to give a shout out, rollerskating.ca is Canada's roller skate store. Trusted provider to derby teams all across Canada for over 11 years with the best customer service. We sell and service all the top brands, safety gear and tons of recreational skates too. Over 30 years of expert quad skating know-how at your service.
And we have got Silver Lion on the Nerd Skate Shop jammer line.
Sorry, he's up against number 7, Friedsen. So Silver Lion just conversing something to the referee, who just ignored him. Which is what, you know, as is the referee's right.
Indeed, he is really struggling behind that 4-strong blocker wall.
So quick update from the other track, just very quickly. 98 Scotland, 106 Mexico. Scotland on a comeback, but looking to extend the Swedish lead now. He's number 7, that's Fritzen. He has lead jammer.
Fritzen approaching the pack with a little bit of trepidation, perhaps there.
Possibly because he's seen that Track Vader's out there, and Track Vader has been a jammer killer all weekend.
Yes, he definitely has.
Oh, at that time, Fritzen could just took a ride just off his hip to manage to get through, and completes for a 5-point Grand Slam. Glaciator's on his way to the penalty box. That's one less Belgian blocker for Fritzen to deal with. Silver Lion can't quite make it out.
Oh,
Mick Jaeger with a takeout.
Just being swept, looking like he was going to try and hop there, but not quite managing to be successful. And we have Fritzen back up against that 3 wall at the front. And he has picked up another 5 points for his troubles.
So just a quick update on that official review. Sweden requesting a cut track penalty. It was determined that the Belgian jammer at no point did escape touch out of bounds. Therefore, the no call stands. Not that Fritzen's bothered, he's just keeping going.
Fritzen looks like he is having a nice stroll around the pack right now.
So he's picked up 20 points so far and counting on this jam. This may well be the last jam of the period. 5 more points, 5 in the sky, 25 and counting.
And it looks like we might have had a star stash or star pass to the pivot there.
I think the pass was made to Flash Bandicoot. We have an official review signalled by Belgium. So whether that is just to stop the clock to get one more jam in, or whether it is a genuine official review, we shall let you know. Again, just to let you know what we do have coming up for the remainder of the day. This game, as I said, they're playing off for 11th and 12th. Scotland and Mexico currently playing on the Nerd Skate Shops track, you're playing off for 9th and 10th. The 7th and 8th place battle will be here at approximately 3:15 local time, and that will be between Finland and Wales. At approximately 3 o'clock local time, we'll see the battle for 5th. That will be between France and Argentina.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Should be a cork. That quarter-final 2 years ago was one of the best games going. We also have then at 5 o'clock will be the host Canada against Belgium. Sorry, against where have I got Belgium from? Belgium here. Canada against Australia, sorry. It's been a long week for the announcers as well. So Canada will play Australia for 3rd place at 5 o'clock local time. And then at 7 o'clock, a repeat of 2 years ago, England versus the USA. Let's find out what this official review is about.
Belgium is contesting that the Swedish jammer committed a backblock penalty on the last pass of the scoring passes at turn 1.
So we have Belgium looking for a backblock penalty. You got some stats for us there, Gogo?
We do. At present, the stats standing lead has been 12-7 in favour of Belgium, but Sweden lead on the score.
So one of the big things that's helped Sweden with that is that last jam there. That was a 25-point jam from Fritzen. We also saw a 25-point jam earlier from number 9, No Modesty Blaze as well. So I think those two things combined, you know, there's 50 points there. Take that off, and Belgium will be winning quite comfortably. So have a quick look just while we're here, have a quick look at the penalties.
And we have both the number 82 and 1030
So that's
for Belgium.
Boo and Track Vader.
And they are both on 4 penalties at present.
Yeah, nobody else is on 4 or more as we find out about the official review.
On review, contact was initiated by the Belgian jammer, or by the Belgian blocker. He is responsible for the contact. No penalty will be assessed. Review is lost.
I do have to say, some of the refs that we do have, they're not used to talking on the mic. They get a little nervous.
Just a tiny bit nervous.
So 10 seconds to go in this period, so we'll have time for one more jam here on the SISU track. And we have 88 Triple Threat versus number 9, No Modesty Blaze.
And they are up on the Nerd Skate Shop jammer line.
So what we've seen is, unfortunately, Solfay, who's one of the key members of the Belgian jammer rotation, picked up that injury early on. which means that Triple Threat, Silver Lining are pretty much doing one-on, one-off. The period is now over. We are on jam clock remaining, unless the lead jammer, who is Triple Threat, decides to call this off. No Modesty Blaze blasts his way past Highway at the front. Yeah, it might be Highway, but this is my way. I'm coming through.
And Triple Threat trying to sneak through on the inside there, past Sweden's blockers.
Decides to call it off, having picked up another 3 points. So your unofficial halftime score is Sweden on 91, Belgium on 61.
So there is only 30 points in this.
So, and just a reminder, of course, now this half, we are at half-time. We're just going to be going for 10 minutes, okay? So it is just 10 minutes, not 15. Due to a couple of delays, we are running a little bit behind. So this has been a fiercely contested game. I think what is making the difference is the depth that Sweden have in Jammer, especially with Belgium having lost Sofé. We've seen No Modesty Blaze, we've seen Sjoberg Olsen, we've seen Friedson all be very, very effective as jammers. Belgium seem to be down to just Triple Threat and Silver Lining.
It's always, you know, both of those jammers are incredibly strong, but, you know, once you're playing one on, one off, it gets very tiring, and that's when it's a little bit more difficult to push through and have that energy to work your way through the pack.
Absolutely. So I'm sure they will need this break right here, right now, just as we do, and we'll see you back here in about 8.5 minutes.
Okay, I love to play roller derby because
I play roller derby because I play roller derby because I play roller derby because
I play roller derby because
I play roller derby because
I play roller derby because
Ich spiele Derby hier, weil ich die Action auf dem Spielfeld mag. I'm competitive, I like energy, I like power and I like the speed.
omdat ik ervan hou lijp te doen op rolschaatsen. Het is een vet bizarre sport. Que j'aime me donner à fond sur le track et ça me rend heureuse.
perché non posso farne a meno.
Love at first sight.
I love developing my skills and I love developing new strategies. It's taken me to many new places that I would not have normally gone.
Alltså fordi jag stå som en rollskådare.
Soy muy competitiva. It is the most unique opportunity to go past your boundaries and try anything and everything that you thought you couldn't do and prove to yourself that you can.
Voljela bih da mogu igrati roller derby i u Hrvatskoj.
When you love to roll and you need the best gear you can get, come to our brick and mortar shop in Amsterdam. Or visit the website at www.thederbyshop.nl. We have it all. The Derby Shop. Because roller derby saved your soul, but wrecks all your gear.
At Roller Derby Athletics, we take the guesswork out of off-skate training so you can focus on being fierce. We help you transform your game without a lot of time or equipment. With 5 training programs plus all-star memberships, there's an option to suit every athlete. And we train skaters worldwide with high-quality video instruction and online support. At Roller Derby Athletics, we empower you to be safe, strong, and unstoppable. Want to see for yourself? Sign up today for our free Basics Builder program.
Hi folks, Scald Eagle here. Have you had a chance to take a look at the new Bonk Quadstar skate? The boots are ultra lightweight with no break-in period and are great for skaters with skinnier ankles. They also have a 100% Australian full-grain leather outer and a completely heat-moldable hand-laid fiberglass base. Get that premium performance without the premium price tag. Boom. Come over to the Bomb booth right now and check out this rad new skate.
Always in the chop. Yo, check it, look at yo, check it, look at yo.
All right, welcome back here to the SISU track on day 4, the final day of the 2016 Men's Roller Derby World Cup. We're at half-time of this battle for 11th and 12th place between Belgium on 61 points in the black and Sweden 91 points in the yellow. It didn't seem like 30 minutes. Time seemed to fly in that first half. Would you agree, Gogo?
Yeah, I absolutely would agree. I mean, it's also not been too bad score-wise. You know, we've had some big jams and we've had some smaller jams, and a 30-point score difference is.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we've seen Sweden have delivered at least one, if not two, 25-point jams. Certainly Friedson hit one towards the end. I think No Modesty Blaze did as well. So penalties, not too serious. Nobody's particularly hot on the minute. It's been, certainly by the standards of this World Cup, it's been one of the cleaner games, definitely.
Yeah, it definitely has been one of the cleaner games. I mean, we've had some players racking up too many penalties in the first half and going out pretty early in the second half.
We have. I mean, we've seen teams such as Spain they started one game with 9, finished with 3. Wales yesterday started with, I think it was 11 and finished with 5.
Yep.
And in both games, I called one, watched the other. They were all foul-outs. They weren't expulsions. They weren't ejections. It was people racking up 7 penalties.
I mean, considering how warm it is in here as well, we've had a couple of people maybe not staying as hydrated as they should have.
Absolutely, yeah, that may have been an issue, and just hydrated, perhaps not thinking clearly, rushing back rather than sort of taking the time to think, can I go back on here? No, I'll go back, or just thinking that they can go back on, picking up penalties and things like that.
That split-second decision can be the difference between getting back on track safely and incurring a penalty.
Yeah, and it's things like that you can see that will add up to sort of the penalties and the foul-outs. For those of you that have just joined us, just going to run through the rosters again very quickly. Starting with Sweden, 0-1-1, Peking Punisher, number 1, Rajuret, number 10, Darlene, 11, Nilt, 13, Mikiego, 1337, Grand Marshal, 221, Block to Watson, 4, Yada Yada, 42 is Papa, 563, Sjöberg Olsen, 61, Knudsen, 7 is Friedson, 8, Nielsen, and number 9, the Modesty Blaze.
And for Belgium, we have number 1, Flash Bandicoot, 1030 Track Vader, 17, Silver Lion. Number 2 is Iway, 221 is
Indiana Skyroller.
Indiana Skyroller. I can't get my tongue around that one. 62, Murdoch. 666, Trackner Lodbrock. 667 is Glaciator. 82, Boo. 88, Trick or Threat. And 99, Soffet. But you haven't seen him on track for a little while.
Yeah, Soffet, one of the Belgian jammers, picked up an injury in the first half. We've not seen him since, sadly. Don't forget you can tweet in, hashtag MRDWC, as we have number 8, Trick or Threat, and number 9, Modesty Blaze, jamming for their respective countries.
And Trick or Threat pulling out lead jammer for himself.
So that's the lead jammer for Belgium. They are currently 30 points behind. He's going to have to get a bit of a wriggle on, though, because no Modesty Blaze is right behind him. Picks off the low-hanging fruit, picks off the high-hanging fruit as well with a lovely spin move. 4 points, hit it and quit it.
He looks very, very happy with himself there.
I was surprised he's taken the whole fruit basket with that one. Oh my word, right, that's obviously, we've still got best part of 30 minutes to go. 30-point lead, Belgium can afford to do the sort of hit it and quit it, the 2-point, 3-point, 4-point jams.
Just chipping away there.
That's all it needs to do. Trying to chip away a little bit more now will be number 17, that is Silver Lion.
And he is up against, is that number 4? Yada Yada.
Yada Yada. So Silver Lion with a little bit of defensive jamming just to free Murdoch from the box. Done that successfully, so now he'll go and attack that Swedish 3-wall himself. Rides the outside once, but not twice. That was 61 Knudsen with the takeout. But Yada Yada having that strong black 4-wall for Belgium. Tough to deal with. Oh, big hit. Oh, nice. And that's the difference. Silver Lion, the big hits, knocked Knudsen out of the way. And the beautiful skills with a head fake to get through and complete his initial pass. Picked up lead jammer.
There's a little showdown there with the opposing blocker.
He's literally just ran over number 61, Knudsen. Picks up another 4 points. So it's 8 points to 0 so far this half for the Belgians. And I'd just like to give a shout out to Wicco Skates. Greetings from Finland, your feet cooled. They need a hug. Best regards from Wicco Skates.
And we've got number 7, Friedson, up to jam for Sweden on the Nerd Skate Shop jammer line.
And that will be number 18. That is Trick or Threat. 4 on 2 in the packet, I believe, for Belgium.
And Trick or Threat looking like he's doing a little bit of blocking work there.
I think he was just waiting, trying to sucker the Swedish blockers onto the inside, wait for that gap on the outside. Managed successfully. Lead jammer 3 for 3 this period. As he now comes back in on a scoring pass. Gets round Papa, gets round block to Watson.
And a hop on the outside there, picking up 5 points.
That's 5 points. Track Vader's picked up a multiplayer block for Belgium. He's someone that Belgium needs to make sure he's on the track as much as possible. He's one of their key blockers. We think he's on 5 penalties now. That's another 2 points. 7 points that jam. We have another multiplayer block. And that's been assessed to 666 Tracknar Lodbrock. So he'll make his way to the box as well. 76-91. 15 unanswered points so far in 3 minutes. Told you 30 points wasn't a big lead.
No. And Silver Lion is hoping to put some more points on the board for Belgium at present, but he is up against Sjoberg Olsen in the yellow.
Silver Lion this time doing some defensive jamming due to shortage of blockers. There's only 2 out there, Eway and Murdoch. And Silver Lion with the takeout, not running Sjoberg back to run the time off. Perhaps I expected that to happen there. Is he just playing, is he, as the Aussies would say, playing possum and waiting for that gap to come through to get through? Right on cue, it looks like that's exactly what he was doing. Sjoberg forced to recycle by Murdoch, but lead jammer Silver Lion.
Looks like you looked into your crystal ball there and saw exactly what was going to happen.
I might have seen 1 or 2 derby games. So Sjoberg Olsen trying to ride himself around the outside, just one to beat. I believe that's Track Vader.
And Silver Lion coming up against a strong wall at the back, trying to duke his way around.
And it's just one to beat, that is Peking Punisher. Gets through, picks up. to get the full 5? He does indeed.
Just looking to see that Sjoberg had already escaped from the pack and deciding to do that nice little hit-it and quit-it that we've seen so much of this weekend.
The 2016 Men's Roller Derby World Cup is sanctioned and insured by Roller Sports Canada, providing insurance and support for all Canadian roller sports. Visit us at www.rollersports.ca or on Facebook at RSC Roller Derby.
And we have number 88, Trick or Threat, up to jam against No Modesty Blaze.
So both jammers scrum start to begin with. Don't forget you can tweet us in. Use the hashtag MRDWC.
And No Modesty Blaze being pushed to the outside there.
So here we go. Modesty Blaze trying to find a gap on the inside. Trick or Threat has picked up lead jammer.
But he's taking some very big hits there.
Again, so that's every jam this period. This is the 5th jam. This is the 5th lead jammer for Belgium. No Modesty Blaze. He did just go to 2 feet before he dropped back down to his knees. For a split second, the only contact he had with the floor was with his skates. Therefore, this is a Roller Derby Athletics power jam for Trick or Threat, but no, it's not. He has picked up a forearm penalty, my apologies. So we will get a jammer d'Occident, and No Modesty Blaze will come out. Difference, they will serve the same amount of time. Difference being No Modesty Blaze is still on his initial pass. When Trick or Threat comes out, he's picking up the points. So that Swedish line sweeps the inside line, trying to find the gap.
And Belgium's wall being broken up there by some offense, giving No Modesty Blaze the chance to sneak his way through.
So we have both jammers on track now, both trying to pick up points. This would be Sweden's first points of the second period. Superb strength, No Modesty Blaze dropping the shoulder. Flash Bandicoot taken out. Doors opened up. There goes Trick or Threat.
And I think, has he picked up 5 points there?
Yep, high fives from the jam refs for both teams.
And No Modesty Blaze sneaking around there on the inside for 4 points.
So it's 9 points and counting this jam. Trick or Threat trying to put 4 more up to match it before the whistle goes.
And scores currently standing. We have 89 for Belgium and we have 100 for Sweden. They have broken the century.
That's good to hear. The battle for 9th place going on over on track 1. See Scotland 143, Mexico 181. 4 minutes to go in that one.
And we have Yada Yada up on the line for Sweden.
Who just then slow, sprint into that pack. Oh, it didn't move.
And he is up against Silver Lion.
Multiplayer block on Silver Lion. He had hold of his blocker. Yada Yada challenged the link, didn't break. Roller Derby Athletics power jam for number 4. That is Yada Yada. Big hit as he ran over Murdoch. He wasn't best pleased with it, but he has to get back up, back into position. So what can he do now? So we've seen Belgium have got off to a really strong start this period until that last jam. Can Yada Yada arrest some of the momentum?
Belgium currently having 4 blockers on the track.
So this is the first power jam that Silver Lion has given away this game. And to be fair, thanks to the solid work of his blockers, that time it's Murdoch, who's then taken out himself. It's not been too bad. There's not been too much damage done.
That's a very nice brace wall at the front by Belgium to kill that penalty.
So for that entire penalty, just 4 points picked up. Good work, so that Belgian pack. There was Murdoch, Glaciator, Track Vader and Track Lodbrok. All need to take a bow for that one. So Roll Line are the Italian tailored skating experience. Fit on your needs since 1999.
And we have Friedson up to jam. That is number 7 for Sweden, and he is up against Trick or Threat, number 88 for Belgium.
It's a bit of a slow start. Grand Marshal was now released from the box. We do have 4-on-4 in the pack. Each team has a jammer out. Everybody's there that should be. Trick or Threat has lead jammer, as he is consistently. He and Silver Lion have done consistently this period. Although Boo's going back to the penalty box. That allows Friedson to complete his initial pass.
And Triple Threat calling that jam off there. I was going to say, I think Belgium, obviously, in the halftime, have had a really good talk with the whole team. They've come back very, very fresh, and their jammers are getting a lot of lead jams.
Yeah, also interesting to see at half-time, the teams didn't swap benches. It's not something that you have to do in the, because we are playing by the recognised WFTDA rule set. It's not something that you have to do. It's usually considered a courtesy that you will do, but it doesn't always happen. So back on the Nerd Skate Shop drama line here on the SISU track, we have number 17, Silver Lying.
And he is up against Sjöberg Olsen, who is skating under 5.63 for Sweden.
Sjöberg Olsen just really digging those toe stops in and trying to drive through that Belgian wall, not having much luck. Nor Silver Lying at the front go-go.
I was going to say, Sjöberg Olsen has been showing off some lovely jumping from side to side there to try and sweep his way around those blockers.
So Silver Lying trying to do the same, going side to side, but just cannot get through.
I wonder if we'll see a little offense from some of the blockers to try and get their jammer through, because we still currently don't have a lead jam called at all.
I think Boo tried the offense, but unsuccessfully. But we do now have lead jammer. That has gone to Sweden and Sjöberg Olsen.
And Silver Lying has taken off the star.
And he has passed it on. That has gone to, I think that's 2-2-1. Injury, oh no, sorry, 62, Murdoch, sorry.
Sjöberg Olsen seeing that Murdoch's wearing the star and calling it off.
But 4 points picked up by Sweden, 19 minutes and just under to go. 108 plays 91, 17-point lead for Sweden in the yellow.
And up on the Nerd Skates jammer line, we have 88 Triple Threat. And he's up against number 9, No Modesty Blaze.
So Swedish bench coach just having a quick word with the referees. So I actually think that's number 85, Martinson, who is part of their squad, who acts as bench for them.
We've seen number 82, Boo, spending a lot of time in the box.
I believe he's on 6, but we're not sure on that. That's by our very rough calculations.
And No Modesty Blaze is out and lead jammer.
Oh, we have an injury. Papa's down and hasn't moved. So hopefully he will be up very, very quickly. So it looks like is he up already? We've got, actually there's been a penalty issued at the end of that jam to No Modesty Blaze. The three of us are sat here just going, okay, he's in the box, what did he do? Didn't see it. Didn't see what the call was. Whatever it means, assuming that call does stand, then we will have Silver Lying on a roller derby athletics power jam. 17 minutes, 46 seconds, 17-point lead for Sweden.
And I think Belgium really going to appreciate having this opportunity to make that gap a little bit smaller, hopefully maybe get a lead change in.
Absolutely. We've got the final score from track 1, the battle for 9th and 10th. Mexico have taken it 194 to 154. I think that's been the biggest winning margin that we've had today on either track so far.
And we are back on track, and we have number 17, Silver Lion.
Gets the lead jammers. Not only is there no Swedish jammer, they also got one blocker in the bin as well.
And Silver Lion round for his scoring pass, receiving a nice little bit of offense from his players there. That was 666 Trackner Lodbrok.
So Belgians are now braced. They've seen that No Modesty Blaze is about to exit the penalty box. There he goes.
And we see a cut track being picked up by Silver Lion there.
So that will mean we now have a roller derby athletics power jam for Sweden. Both teams losing their player to the box as well. And there's another Swedish blocker. That is number 11, Nil. He'll have to go and spend some time in the naughty box. Not that No Modesty Blaze is bothered. That is, I think, the first 5 points of this jam.
We are kind of hemorrhaging blockers off the track at the moment.
No Modesty Blaze having a little jinx dance and looking, and then trying to pick what he thought to be the weak link of the wall, or at least somewhere that he could blast his way through. This time the wall shot, but Nielsen came in to provide the offense. 5 more big roller derby points. The Power Jam is now over. Silver Lining is through. He gets 5. Oh, superb hit. Murdoch, number 62, with the hit and the recycle. And Silver Lining comes in for some jammer on jammer action.
And Silverline trying to recycle the jammer back round.
He's been told by his bench coach, nope, we don't have the time for this. As much as you're having fun, get on with it.
Stop your tomfoolery, keep skating.
And he's going to get the track cut. I think he knows it's got, well, hang on. Have we got both? I saw, no it wasn't, I saw the outside ref signal a track cut right by No Modesty Blaze, but I think it was just confirming the track cut on Silver Lining.
And if you are just joining us, we are on the SISU track for day 4 of the Roller Derby World Cup.
And we'd also like to thank the Alberta Sports Connections. The Men's Roller Derby World Cup would like to acknowledge their contributions, which have helped make the event possible.
And we have Friedson up to jam, and he is currently on a Roller Derby Athletics power start.
And he's also got through. He has your lead jammer. Friedson, who, remember, at the end of the first period, did put up that 25-point jam. What can he do this time? Waits in, hits that, almost that delayed offense. Wait for your jammer to hit the wall, and Lane go crazy and try and open up the door. There's a penalty. It's gone to the pivot. That is triple threat.
And a nice little bit of toe-stop work there for Friedson, and he has picked up 5 points. But the power jam has now ended.
Silver Lining's on his way back in.
But I think he's still on his initial pass, so he's got...
He is indeed, yeah.
And as I say that, he has...
He's not. He's not on his initial pass. He's done that.
No. But Friedson is on scoring and picking up 4 points there and calling it.
Some good work from Sweden. 9 points, extending that margin. 136 plays 99.
And that is a 37-point difference.
So don't forget, you can tweet in to... Oh, sorry, I forgot. Have I missed something? No, sorry. You can tweet into us, hashtag MRDWC. And if you do that, we'll read the tweets as and when we can, as and when we see them. We now have a team timeout, a quad skate team timeout, of course, taken by Belgium.
We're going to be testing 3 helmets today. This simulates a 10-mile-an-hour impact or a 4-foot drop. The S1 Lifer helmet with EPS Fusion foam did pass the multiple impact test.
And we are back on SISU track 2. Currently having a timeout at present. But waiting to start the jam, we have Yada Yada and Silver Lion.
So this gives us a chance to thank the Derby Shop, because Roller Derby saves your soul but wrecks all your gear. The Derby Shop is online as well as a brick-and-mortar shop in Amsterdam, the Netherlands, or online at the www.thederbyshop.nl, and is known for the best advice and technical support when it comes to your roller derby gear. And if you ever visit, bring cookies. We think that number 82, that is Boo for Belgium, has fouled out. He has taken his skates off and is just sat behind his team's bench. So that was a team timeout. It wasn't an official timeout. But anyway, 13:52 to go. Silver Lining, Yada Yada. Away we go.
And Silver Line doing some offensive blocking there to stop Yada Yada from getting through.
I understand the theory, but time's not on Belgium's side. They need their jammers out. Lead jammer, which they've got, but Yada Yada's got back in front.
And Silver Line delivering a nice shoulder barge there.
Decided to call out under instructions from his bench coach as Mick Yeager was stood in the box, waiting to return to the track as blocker, of course. So we have Sjoberg Olsen once more with the start, and we have a new jammer for Belgium. Oh, no, we don't. Flash Bandicoot did have the star on, but he's now passed it to Trickle Threat. I think Trickle Threat is trying to get revenge on me from 2 years ago, and I kept calling him Trickle Treat for a game and a half until I realised.
And Sjoberg Olsen at the back of that Belgian wall at present. The front wall of Swedish blockers holding back Trickle Threat.
Mick Jaeger comes in and lends his size and force to try and free Sjoberg Olsen, but the Belgian wall reforms very quickly, very well. Sjoberg keeps getting pushed inside and out, but gets back on track before he can pick up a penalty. Trickle Threat dancing at the front, trying to get past Rajuret, and I think that's Papa.
And he has picked up lead jammer for Belgium.
Sjoberg Olsen now trying to find his way through. And we've got a penalty on somebody. It's Mick Jaeger, so it's one of the Swedish blockers. He picks up a 2-in-2 jams. He's got to be a little careful. Huge take-out hit from number 42, Captain Papa.
And Trickle Threat looking there going, that was a big hit. I'm a little bit tired.
Here we go. Boom. Take a seat. Massive hit from Papa there. Silver Lining is back out with the start for Belgium. They'll be up against number 9. That is No Modesty Blaze.
I think we currently have 4 Belgian blockers to 3 Swedish.
Yeah, Mick Jaeger still sat in the penalty box. No Modesty Blaze looking, can he get around the outside? No, he can't. And he's going to have to drop back behind Glaciator. Just as he's doing that. Going on the inside of Silver Lining. Lovely little spin move, Silver Lining. Lead jammer for Belgium.
And No Modesty Blaze just escaping the pack himself.
So, track cut penalty on the Sweden pivot. I believe that's Nielsen. We're not sure how many's on, whether it's, we think it's 5. Speaking of 5s, there's the points for Silver Lining. So that's Belgium 106, Sweden 137.
And we're going to give a shout out to Roll Line. Roll Line, the Italian tailored skating experience, fit on your needs since 1999.
Take a breather, everybody. Oh, no, we can't. Friedson's up jamming, and he's up against Trickle Threat on the Nerdskate Shop jammer line here on SISU Mouthguards track at the 2016 Roller Derby World Cup.
And Friedson taking a big hit there to the inside by that number 2.
Iwe, he was then drawn back by Indriana Skywalk Roller. Oh. And we're going to have a Roller Derby Athletics power jam for that track cut. So, Trickle Threat, there's only 1 Swedish blocker on track. And it's Rajuret, he's on his own, no blockers, no jammer with him, apart from all of Belgium by the look of it.
Belgium just swarming around him, trying to contain him and giving their jammer the easy pass round.
So the gap going into this jam was 31 points. Let's see what it's going to be at the end. This could just be what Belgium and Trickle Threat need. 15 and counting on this jam.
Trickle Threat keeping an eye on the box at present to see how much longer he has left.
So, unsurprisingly, he's looking a little tired and a little slow at hitting that wall. And we have a Roller Derby Athletics Power Jam is over. Friedson is out. Looks like Grand Marshall's picked up a penalty for Sweden. Clean up, turn 2. Speaking of cleaning up, there's another 5 in the sky for Trickle Threat.
Trickle Threat doing some lovely work.
So unfortunately, Friedson has taken a bit of a fall. This is why we have the medics. Obviously, we stopped the jam. We know this is a fast-paced game. We know this is a physical game. Sadly, injuries do happen. We always pray not. We always hope that anybody, as and when they go down, they get back up as quickly as they can.
Now that last jam putting 20 points on the score for Belgium. bringing them up to 1-2-6, and Sweden currently on 1-3-7. This is, again, very close.
If our maths or our fantastic producer Holly's maths are correct, Belgium currently have 26 penalties, Sweden on 34. So Sweden do have the larger roster as well. Belgium they lost Safay to injury, and it was Boo who has fouled out. I think leaves them with 9. So they need to stay clean, they need to stay out of the box.
Yeah.
But Sweden do have the full 14 as things stand. So it's a case of looking at it. 11-point game, 9 minutes to go. Sweden, they've been on a bit of a penalty roll. They need to cut that out, otherwise they are going to let Belgium back into this. Belgium, as tough as it is with 9, and you've basically got Silver Lining number 17 and Trickle Threat 88, who have basically been doing 50-50 jams, one on, one off.
But they have been doing some marvellous jamming with that. And, you know, after that intense first half, I really do believe that Belgium have come on very, very strong in this second half.
So we do believe that lead jammers, Belgium have actually had twice the number of lead jammers over Sweden, 22-11. But Sweden are making the most of it. I mean, we've just seen that 20-point jam for Belgium from Trickle Threat. We have seen No Modesty Blaze and Friedson put up 25-point jams in the first period. So it's just showing what happens when you do have the power jams and what you can do with them.
We're going to give a shout out to Quad Skate Shop, team of the tournament. Fans, we are letting you choose one of our MVPs. This year's Quad Skate Shop team of the tournament will now include a fan favourite award as chosen for by you. So be sure to check out our Facebook page and vote for your favourite.
Is my name on there? Am I up for it?
You are the favourite announcer, as voted for by Go-Go Boots.
Thank you very much, Go-Go Boots. Friedson, he is back up. He's making his way back to his bench on his wheels under his own steam, which is good to see. Don't forget, following us on this game will be Finland versus Wales. That will be the final game on this track, on the SISU track. There will be a couple more games on the Nerd track after that. Third place playoff between Canada and Australia at 5, and then at 7 p.m. local time, we'll see England and USA repeat the 2014 final. Who have we got jamming, Go-Go Boots?
We have got number 42, Papa. Don't think we've seen him jam at all for Sweden.
We haven't. He's their captain, but it's the first time I've seen him with the stars, certainly in this game.
And he is up against Silver Line for Belgium, as we know has been doing an awful lot of jamming this game and this weekend.
Want to give a shout out to Vanessa Hasse, who's saying Belgium loves you, allez les gars.
And in his first jam, Papa, number 42, has picked up lead jammer.
And clocks up the air miles with the apex jump. 5 points. Captain leading by example here.
I do believe we have spotted Sweden's secret weapon right now.
Not so secret anymore, he's just snuck through on the inside of turn 2. 5 more points. No pass, no penalty on Silver Lining twice, which allows him to get through. Papa trying to blast his way through.
And deciding to call it as he knew Silver Lining had already got out of the pack.
So there was a track cut issued to one of the Belgian players, I think. It's Trackner Lodbrok, I think. Yeah, Trackner Lodbrok, number 666. So he will sit down as we have No Modesty Blaze and Trickle Threat.
And we have speculated that might be his 5th penalty of the game.
For Trackner Lodbrok?
Yes.
Right. Multiplayer block, that's called on Murdoch. But not that Trickle Threat is bothered. He's had a stellar game.
And he managed to sneak out there and get lead jammer.
So Murdoch's got to be careful. We think that's his 6th penalty. He's going to be joined in the backs by Flash Bandicoot. Trickle Threat is going to have to keep this running, I think. No Modesty Blaze coming up against the last Belgian blocker, which is Iway. Crutzen is taken down by the returning Trackner Lodbrok.
And Trickle Threat seeing him approach there, deciding to call it off.
Too slow calling it off, though. 3 points were, sorry, 3 points were picked up by a very fast-moving
He didn't seem happy with that there.
No, 3 points each, so 129 plays 58, 6:36 to go. It's been too far to come to Calgary. Why not host the 2018 Men's Roller Derby World Cup? Details are on our website.
And we have got Yada Yada up to jam, and he is against Silverline on the Nerd Skate Shop jammer line.
Silverline has taken him out, trying to spring one of his blockers, which he has done. He sprung Murdoch. So it's now 3 Belgian blockers on track against the 4 Swedish blockers and the 1 jammer from each. Silverline through, lead jammer.
And he is very happy getting that lead jammer right now.
So Yada Yada trying to get through Murdoch with a hit. And that is Adriana Sky Roller trying to come back. Stop Yada Yada. Gap opens up. Silverline very smart. Calls it off. And Murdoch has picked up a misconduct penalty. It was a late hit.
I think we had 3 points for Belgium there, bringing the score up from...
to 132, plays 158. And Murdoch, that might be his 6th, and we thought that, we were wondering if that was his 7th. But no, he still sat there, so he's got to be good.
And we've got Trickle Threat up on the Nerd Skate jammer line.
My mistake, I'm getting 62 and 82 confused. We think he's got 3 penalties.
And No Modesty Blaze picking up lead jammer for Sweden there.
But he's got company. So just under 5 minutes to go, 26-point lead for Sweden.
Oh, and a big hit there as No Modesty Blaze was calling that off.
There's a little bit of discussion between the three. It's just a 1 point. 2 points. Of course, there's the knot on the track point for 1 in the box. Tronchitoro, that's the name that I remember from the last World Cup. Sad that you're not with us, but she's tweeted in saying, "Go Belgium."
And we have Sjöberg Olsen up to jam for Team Sweden. And he is being matched up with Silverline for Belgium.
So while we're doing this, I'm just going to give a quick shout out as S1 makes high quality, well designed and highly functional helmets and knee pads trusted by the pros. Visit them at s1helmets.com. So that was just a quick official timeout, and we will be back underway very shortly.
And we have got about 7.5 minutes left of this second half.
4.5.
4.5. So
it's been a long weekend.
It's been a long weekend, and my eyesight is clearly not what it used to be.
No comment, I can only get myself in trouble there. Sjöberg Olsen is jamming for Sweden, dancing from side to side, but so far not been able to find a way through. Silverline has picked up lead jammer, but he's also lying in the stands and he's not moving. Or he's moving, but very, very slowly. We do have an injury timeout. So this game has been quite attritional. We've had a few injury timeouts. I say Belgium already lost Sophie earlier on to what looked like a lower leg injury, whether it was foot or ankle or lower leg, I'm not sure. Hopefully it's not too serious, and it is just sort of bruising or a little bit of swelling that will go down within a day or two, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
And hopefully for Silverline, and certainly for Belgium, who have been relying on him. He's been, as we've said, he and Trickle Threat have been pretty much one on, one off as a jammer since about 10 minutes into the game. He is back up. I don't know if he called it or if it was called for injury. He was lead jammer. But just while we're waiting, just going to give a shout out to Mary Chaos. Be harder, better, faster, stronger with one-on-one coaching from Herbalife and Chaos Theory. New Herbalife Transformation Challenge starting on the 8th of August. Visit chaostheoryblog.com. That's chaos with a K for more details.
And we've got Friedson up to jam for Sweden and 88 up to jam.
And there's also a quick mistake, sorry, Go, mistake by Belgium team. They have only put 3 blockers on track. There aren't any in the box. There's also no pivot. Trickle Threat's not bothered, he's already got through. He's got lead jammer, comes in on a scoring pass. Trying to get hips in front of hips, call it as quick as he can.
And he has picked up a few points for his troubles. I do believe that 2. And Sweden matching them.
Yep, it was originally signalled as 1 point, but because Belgium failed to field that 4th blocker, automatically the not on track point gets given as well.
And triple threat back up to Jam against No Modesty Blaze.
So here we go, we've got 3 minutes to go. 28-point the lead for Sweden, 164 to Belgium's 134. If you have just joined us, Sweden in the yellow and Belgium are in the black on the SISU track here at the 2016 Men's Roller Derby World Cup.
And triple threat having knocked No Modesty Blaze outside the track.
Did try to call him back and hold him back for a bit. We have Papa, who we think is getting a little bit hot on the penalties. He's got another one. Triple threat has lead Jammer now. We have a star pass. Successfully completed. That is that number 1? Is that Rajuret? First time I've seen him with the star all weekend as a general player. Glaciator got the out of play block. And we have an official review being signalled. Official review being called by Belgium. So with 2 minutes 17 to go in the period, we've got 137 for Belgium, 162 for Sweden. It's been a hell of a game, Gogo.
Yeah, it has. To be fair, though, it's on this track we have had some phenomenally close games and some brilliant sportsmanship from everyone involved.
Yeah, absolutely. It has been. We've seen this, the first game today, which was the Spain-Netherlands game. I was trying to get them to come back to us on the feed during half-time because it was a party atmosphere. You had the Netherlands, you had the Spanish, and Team Puerto Rico. They were all dancing to the music on the track. The officials, they kind of didn't. They kind of had to stay neutral. The announcing crew were dancing.
That does not surprise me.
So, official review, we'll find out what this is about.
Belgium is contesting that it was the Swedish jammer that initiated out of play, not their blocker. They would like the penalty wiped from their blocker and issued to the Swedish jammer.
That does not surprise me. I saw that at the time and did wonder who the initial... When the whistle went, I looked for the referees to see which way the penalty was going to go. It's not one you see very often, blocking out of play called on a jammer.
No.
But that is one instance where you could. Don't forget, tweet in #MRDWC. You've got 2 minutes and change left of this period to do so.
But keep tweeting in all day because we have lots of brilliant roller derby games coming up.
Following this will be Team Finland, and they will be up against Team Wales. That will be the final game of the 2016 Men's Roller Derby World Cup here on the SISU track. There are a couple of other games. We have France versus Argentina in about 10 minutes time over on the Nerd Skate Shop track. That will be followed by Australia, Canada. What we've got here, hang on, we've got the two bench coaches having an arm wrestle in the middle.
Both of them so beautifully dressed as well. We've seen some fabulous outfits.
I think there might have been a little bit of shenanigans going on there. But let's say, I wonder if that's going to mean that they win the official review as well. They've won the arm wrestle. I have known charity games where they've done things like official reviews and have been decided by dance-offs.
And this is why I would not be a bench coach for any team, because I'm pretty sure I might lose a dance-off.
You're quite good at lip-syncing.
Yeah, I'm good at lip-syncing, but the dancing not so much.
Yeah, I want to see that.
On review, the Belgian blocker, after being warned that they were out of play, continued blocking the Swedish jammer. Penalty will stand with the Belgian blocker.
So a nice clear explanation there of not only what the result of the outcome was, but why. And that's always very nice to hear.
It's always nice to hear having rules and reasoning explained to us.
Exactly. So on the jam line will be Yada Yada and Triple Threat. I think that's 3 in a row that Triple Threat has done. They are down to 2 jammers. Silverline obviously did have the injury. No pass, no penalty. Yada Yada's out. He's not lead. Trickle threat is calls. Silverline served his 3. He's sprinting to get back out there. He's really keen.
And he's giving a little love to trickle threat there.
And also to Friedson, who he's going to be jamming against in this one.
Absolutely.
I think Silverline was out that fast. I don't think the 4th whistle had gone by the time he hit the track. We've got a...
Ready and raring to go, I think.
Absolutely. 1 minute 39 counting down to go. 25-point lead for Sweden as things stand. But we've seen 2 25-point jams already this game for Sweden. We've seen a 20-point jam already for Belgium. What are we going to see in the remaining minute and a half?
We are going to see Belgium.
We're going to see a power jam. It's a power jam. Friedson has gone to the box. This is a roller derby athletics power jam for Silverline and Belgium. He's not lead jam alone, so this jam will be the last jam. We are on jam time remaining, unless, of course, Silverline and Belgium win this jam by exactly 25 points. Then we would have overtime. I really want to see that.
He's the second person today to want an overtime jam on these games.
Silverline's taken a tumble. Papa has gone back. A penalty has been called. I'm not sure what it was. Where's his jam ref? I'm not sure what's going on here. I wonder if that's his 7th.
We've got Friedson back on the track and fighting up against the 2-wall at the front there.
So this is a roller derby athletics power jam now for Friedson. So we are on jam clock remaining. The period clock has expired. The jam ref was just double checking something with his OPR.
Friedson taking a hit there to the inside.
Just turn around, no pass, no penalty. Actually quite smart there, because if he'd have carried on going, he may have got a skating out of bounds. So he just stopped, turned around, went back a little bit and went back on track. Oh, we have a ref takeout. Those of you playing roller derby bingo, Eagle Maniac just hit the deck. But he's up quickly and giving 4 more points to Friedson. Silverline through himself. No points given there. And we are counting down.
Friedson just trying to put a few more points on the board right now.
So Silverline gets another 3. And what we are seeing, even the consolation bracket games, when the final whistle goes, we are seeing great celebrations from one team. And we're seeing players that are distraught. Silverline, Track the Lodbrok lying on the floor. Absolutely devastated. Giving it every last bit of energy they've had. And they've barely got the power to stand anymore.
These have been exhausting games for all players involved. Really, really strong defense and walling from the blockers. Very speedy jamming and hard hits being received with the jammers. Everyone today should be so proud of themselves.
Absolutely. I mean, the Belgian team obviously going to be a little disappointed they couldn't take home the victory. But they should be proud of themselves, every single one of them. What a game. You can see what players we have lining up trackside for the high fives, the now customary lap of honour. And Finland versus Wales, of course, will be on this track next. Couple of stats for us there, Gogo.
Yeah, just looking, the Belgium finishing around 33 penalties and Sweden about 39. And lead calls, Belgium were on 26 lead and Sweden 14.
So that's just showing it's not it's not the size of your lead jammers, it's how you use them. But again, look, we can see on the far side of your screen there, on the near side now, thank you camera operators, the tunnel of love from the Swedish players for the Belgians. And that's something we've seen all weekend, not just the players, no matter what the game, there has been that great respect and camaraderie throughout the tournament, every team, every game. And
we have the score officially confirmed now, so we have 173 to Sweden, so they are your winners. Belgium not quite making it with the 140 points there.
So Sweden will take 11th place in this World Cup, and that will see Belgium in 12th. What a superb, superb game. I am King Crazy.
I am Go-Go Boots.
For our fantastic producer, Holly Sheet. See you back here on the SISU track for Finland versus Wales.